morning. It's Amanda Pratt with Imagine Life and Imagine Life Therapy. I'm just coming to you this morning on my daily drive to talk to you about some things that will come up this week in my social media posts. One of them is self-care. So I want to talk about self-care today and kind of go over what self-care is, what self-care is not, and some really simple things that you can do for self-care at home or just in your daily life. So first I want to talk about the definition of self-care. Sometimes people confuse self-care with self-medicating or simply doing things that are the same as what your doctor might do. Self-care is not a replacement for going to the doctor. Self-care is not a replacement for going to see your therapist or your counselor. Self-care, in simpler terms, is basically being kind to yourself. So if you think about it that way, it's more just we get caught up in the rat race. We get caught up in our day-to-day. A lot of times it's parents who are constantly focusing on their kids instead of themselves, teachers who are focusing on their students instead of themselves. It's your daily reminder to be kind to yourself and to focus on you as opposed to everybody else around you, and that's okay, and that's actually a very healthy thing to do. So now that we've kind of talked about the definition of self-care, what it is, what it isn't, some things that you can do to be kind to yourself. And when we're kind to ourselves, a lot of times it's to reduce stress, right? And a lot of times think of self-care as things that you do to de-stress. But it doesn't have to be something that's related to stress at all times. It could just be doing something you want to do and treating yourself. It could be going and getting your nails done if that's something that you really enjoy doing that makes you feel good. It could be going and taking a walk outside. Research shows that being in nature, even looking at a landscape poster, actually has really great benefits for your mental health and your stress and overall well-being. And one of the things that I posted about this week is having a pet. Having a pet does wonders for self-care and your mental health. Studies show that having a pet, petting your cat, petting your dog, even watching like those cute puppy videos. I'm obsessed with videos of golden retrievers because I have one, and watching videos of golden retriever puppies playing around and being clumsy and doing silly things just puts a smile on my face. It makes me happy, and when we're happy, we have endorphins flooding our system, and it's good for your body, it's good for your mind. So some other things that you can do for self-care: you can exercise. If exercising is something that you really enjoy doing, exercise is a really great tool for self-care. Going for a bike ride, going to the beach. I live in Florida. We like to go take walks on the beach. Some other things you can do if you're a mom, getting a sitter and going out and watching a movie if that's something that you enjoy doing. Things that sometimes we tend to feel guilty about, like, oh, I feel guilty because I just went and got my nails done and, I took time for myself and so I wasn't able to go do this. It's really important not to feel guilty when you're doing things for yourself. I mean, if you're doing things for yourself all day, every day, and using that as an excuse to get out of things that you've committed to doing, then obviously that's the extreme and that's not healthy. But never doing anything for yourself is just as unhealthy. So there's always a balance to everything. And so I hope this week you'll make self-care a focus for you and finding a balance between doing for others and doing for yourself. All right, thanks for joining me on my ride to work, and hopefully you have a week where you are very kind to yourself. Bye.